USL After Dark brings us to Lancaster, California. High-flying AV Alta FC welcomes FC Naples to town. A couple of newcomers meeting for the second time this year. Naples eager for back-to-back wins, whereas the hosts look to inch closer toward the top of the league table. Josh Lill with you this evening, bringing you all the League One action. Now, both these clubs took two completely different paths to get here. Naples started out with that historic 9-game unbeaten streak, but since then just 3 victories across all competitions. For AV Alta, well, they had a rough start, but would eventually go on to go 10 games unbeaten across all competitions before falling against Knoxville on Wednesday. Still an impressive stretch as of late, which has been led by the play of Walmer Martinez, who has been on a tear over the last several matches. But with the emergence of Steven Ramos, he's come on as a substitute at times, but he has stayed the course. Brian Claben, he wants his key chance creator to be freed up higher on the pitch. And if you look at Martinez's experience in the championship, as well as his time with the El Salvador national team, he's going to be a very valuable player come the second half of the season and a possible run in November. On the flip side, all eyes will be on Carson Henderlong. Had the game-winning goal against Westchester, which was named Goal of the Week in League One. Has been a surprise talent coming over from Indy 11 in the offseason. And Matt Poland mentioned that the league's joint leading goal scorer not only runs angry, but he's strong in his hold-up play. Henderlong is a guy that's great in open space, but he also opens the field for his teammates. He could also give AV trouble in transition, as his quickness at times, folks, can be a little too much to handle. A huge 3 points are on the line in the Antelope Valley. Brian Claben has his eyes set on giving the fans a show tonight. But Matt Poland, well, he wants to avenge his club's 4-1 loss from a couple of months ago at this very site. It's East Coast versus West Coast. Starters at kickoff, up next.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
At Edwards Federal Credit Union, we're proud to be the only financial institution born and raised right here in the Antelope Valley. That means we know what our community needs because we are the community. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for your future, we've got you covered with the products and services tailored to your needs. From everyday banking to life's biggest milestones, we're here for you every step of the way. Edwards Federal Credit Union, everything you need right here at home.
When it comes to health and harmony, connections matter. At Southwest Healthcare, our growing network links Southern California communities with services that meet their needs. Our 5 acute care facilities, affiliated urgent care centers, outpatient surgery facilities, and primary and specialty physician offices are here for you. From the high desert of Palmdale to Temecula's foothills, let us help you achieve health in harmony. Visit southwesthealthcare.com to learn more.
Over to Lancaster Municipal Stadium, the site for this match this evening. AV Alta coming in with an overall record of 10-7-5. For Naples, well, they've done a total of 9-7-5 on the year. And let's take a look at starting lineups this evening, sponsored by Visit Palmdale. For Brian Claben's side, Carlos Aviles defending the goal. Miguel Pajaro out on a yellow card accumulation suspension. So Kalian Pelivanov back in the starting 11 after taking a small knock a few weeks ago. Steven Ramos in at left back, and Mabumu Alassane returns from his yellow card accumulation suspension. It's a dangerous front three. Jerry Desdune, Homer Martinez, and Eduardo Blancas, all super skilled in transition. Over to the visitors and Matt Poland's crew, all lead keeper Lalo Delgado in net. The back line returns to normal form as Max Glasser and Julian Cisneros both starting for the first time since the Union Omaha match in late May. You have versatile Jade Noden in the midfield, more of an attacking role. Chris Heckenberg holding down the fort in that central column of the pitch. And Carson Henderlong leads the front line for Naples. Moments away from kickoff here. A beautiful night in Southern California, 83 degrees. The wind 13 miles an hour to the northeast. And a picturesque evening. Naples looking to avenge their loss in the Antelope Valley just a few months ago. And we are underway from Lancaster, California. Josh Lill with you this evening, pleased to bring you all the action. To the inaugural teams who have left their mark on the first half of the 2025 campaign. Taking center stage this evening. The last of the League One games this evening. Here's Julian Cisneros. Ball floated into the box. Henderlong grabbed from behind. Mestre Antonio not willing to give him any space. Popped back out, deflected by Blancas. And trickling to Dangler. A whiff on the ball, eventually given away. And AV Alta so dangerous in transition. And Glasser with a great job of shielding Desdune from the ball. And Delgado with his first touch. Well, it was a wicked week for AV Alta. Again, that match against Knoxville, a 3-1 loss on Wednesday. But the overall story, if you take into account the hours traveled to Knoxville and back, Brian Claben's club had some travel situations not go their way, and total traveled for 41 hours round trip. But he said no excuse. They had chances to win the match, and they came back to even it up at 1 apiece. But yesterday, spent doing light work, little walkthrough, but all about rest and recovery. Mabumu Alassane recovering on defense there, prying the ball from Carson Henderlong. And an injury right in the center circle. They're at the edge of it. An AV Alta player down, that's Jerry Desdune. Trying a give and go here and just falls awkwardly. And then on the backside, Mark Torreas colliding with him in an awkward spot. There's Matt Poland in year one, leading FC Naples. 9 games unbeaten to start the 2025 campaign across all competitions. And someone with a great resume for the job. You talk about what he did as the head coach of Chicago House, making runs in the US Open Cup. There's Brian Claben, who has just embraced this Lancaster community and speaks very highly of the team. Any chance I get to talk to Coach Claben, whether it's in regards to the achievements his staff has made, the strides his individual players are making, he's always pointing out it's the team, it's the ownership, it's the community, the fans, the stadium staff, you name it. Everyone coming together to put AV Alta in the position they're in today. Brian Claben looking on as Jerry Desdune, after that awkward collision with Mark Torreas. coaching his players while Des Dune is walking on his feet to a round of applause by the crowd. Been great to see, and a scary sight here inside the first 5 minutes. Des Dune getting a hug from Coach Klaben. In an unfortunate sight for the star forward for AV Alta. Substitution brought to you by Waste Management. Adam Amish in for Des Dune. Amish spending time with Union Omaha. A Players' Shield winner a year ago, as well as a League One champion in 2024. Making his 11th appearance for AV Alta this year. Henderlong, excuse me, that's Cisneros. Searching for that cross in. And Naples having to reset. AV Alta wanting to bring that pressure early on and not give the visitors any breathing room. Inside ahead of Cerro, bouncing ball. And Aviles preventing the dangerous chance. Injury report brought to you by Palmdale Regional Hospital. For AV Alta, Joaquin Acuna has been out a significant amount of time. Sebastian Cruz, Elijah Martin, and Miguel Pajaro unavailable this evening. It also should be noted that Javier Mariona on national duty with the Philippines. So unavailable for selection here tonight. Again, that is your injury report brought to you by Palmdale Regional Hospital. Luca Mastrantonio, one of the veterans of USL League One, passing the ball off to one of the younger players in the league, and Steven Ramos, just 19 years of age. Not afraid to create some contact there with Ian Cerro. But Ramos, coming from Northridge, California, making his 5th start of the year. And the big thing that stood out to Coach Klaben and his staff was just the quality, the composure, the ability to play out of the back. They know that can benefit not just the defense for AV Alta, but the attack as well. Coach Klaben told us in the days leading up to the match, we've seen what Ramos can do defensively, winning aerial duels. Doing so at a clip just north of 62%. We have yet to see what he can do offensively, and Coach Klaben told us. Here's through ball up ahead. Here's Robledo. Heckenberg chasing. Robledo dancing along the byline, fighting to keep it in. Blancas on the recovery, hounded in the corner. Finally out for a throw-in. Amish. Sent all the way back around to Kalyan Pelivanov. Mastrantonio pressured. Tight quarters here. the USL on ESPN2. Watch July 26th for a Jägermeister Cup matchup between Championship club Detroit City FC and League One newcomer Westchester SC on Saturday, July 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Westchester coming away with a pivotal point on the road against Knoxville tonight. We'll see what they do here in the second half. Fighting through. And a lofted cross deflected into the 6-6-1. The stellar Southern California support section for AV Alta. It's been a pleasure to just be in the presence of this support section, ever so loud. As this corner kick is brought to you by Toyota of Lancaster. Alta going quickly. That ball deflected. And secured by Alta. Robledo. Blancas has a go. And threatening Delgado here early on. Excellent movement here. Just like Walmer Martinez, Blancas, one of the more dangerous players, cutting in with his left foot. The veteran keeper now forced to make a save, but kept on his heels here early. Naples playing out of the back, it's so tough to do. Against AV Alta with pace, Glasser loses his footing. Cerro over to Dangler. One thing AV Alta do so well is hold the ball. It's interesting because they move with such pace down the pitch. You know, you think that they play more in transition. They do that well. But the utter control and dominance that they have on each match, it's been quite impressive to watch here. And Jerry Desdoon being helped to the locker room. Our thoughts with him and the rest of the AV team. Wishing him his best the rest of the evening and the days to come. Animation for Desdoon took place about 7 minutes ago. Well, for Naples, it was a must-need victory against Westchester last time out. Jaden Onan and Carson Henderlong getting on the score sheet after conceding first. It's also the first victory for Naples when letting up the initial goal in a League One match this year. However, an issue that they did have in that match was getting past that second line of defense in the first half against Westchester. So you look for them right now to find areas of improvement. We've seen them test Aviles here just a few minutes ago. Right now with a set piece chance in their own attacking half. Opportunity to do damage early on. Lofted ball. Dangler up. Finds Henderlong. And a wicked stop by Carlos Aviles. A little ginger to get up, but playing the role of hero. As this ball by Cerro finds Dangler, and Evans and Henderlong actually took a swipe at the same time. It's quite hard from that angle to tell who the shot was on. We'll check here momentarily. But Aviles keeping this match scoreless for now. Lofted in, header, and just wide of the sticks. AV Alta tested early on, and Carlos Aviles directing traffic, trying to slow the pace. You can see, letting his guys know they are good right now. Naples trying to bait AV Alta. That's one thing Knoxville did so well, is they invited the offensive pressure from AV Alta, and then worked in the counter. That's exactly what's going on here. And Naples with another chance here on the corner kick. Jaden Onan over to stand over the ball. The Tottenham native started his career in the USL Academy, with a chance to rifle one home here with in-swing. The header off of an AV Alta player, but contained by Naples. Here's Farine. Inside, misses Dangler. And that could have easily been the opener. The veteran defender unable to get a touch on that ball. And the host's not out of it yet. Pressured on the byline. Elivanov over to Master Antonio. And here's Villalobos with green grass to run. Big 3 points on the line today for AV Alta. A win, they would just be 1 point under Spokane for first in the league standings. Inaccurate ball. And Matt Poland applauding with approval. Lone goal scorer for his club last time out in this exact matchup was Mark Torreas. But it was a day and a half for the likes of Jerry Desdune and Eduardo Blancas. The latter of the two recording the first hat trick in club history and the third in the league this year. As for Desdune, his goal would be accompanied with 2 assists, so a hat trick of goal contributions, if you will. And a pivotal clear there by Mabumu Alassane. Not afraid to challenge from behind. One of the more aggressive players in the league. Missed the Knoxville match, like we mentioned, due to his yellow card accumulation suspension. And that's one thing you have to applaud Brian Claben about. He understands the aggressiveness that Alassane and Pajado play with, but he doesn't want them to hide who they are. It's about being yourself on the pitch and playing to your full capabilities. And he loves the aggressiveness that Alassane and Pajado bring to the match each and every week. Belivanov right in the face of Cisneros. A refusal to give him any space. And it stays with the visitors. AV Alta doing just about everything right in that 4-1 victory against Naples. Winning possession. Out shooting Naples, out passing Naples. And nearly double the amount of touches in the opponent's box. As our first booking has been shown. And no surprise here. And we're waiting for an official confirmation for who that booking was on. Head official Dion Cox trying to clear things amongst the captains. There was a mix. You had Naples players, AV Alta players, and fans over along the advertisement boards, and Julian Cisneros is absolutely livid. And here's the look we have. So Cisneros, gets a shove up high on Mubumu Alassane. And gives a nice little touch back to Alassane. And it appeared Dion Cox was walking over to Alassane. We'll wait for an official confirmation. But tempers flaring early on. That's expected. You have two clubs who pride themselves on passion. Just tough physical play. That'll happen from time to time. Henderlong. Back to Cisneros. Alassane pokes it free. But a foul is to be called in that far right corner. Right along the byline, Cisneros looked like he had his jersey tugged. Walmer Martinez in the vicinity as well. Head official chalking up his spot. Drawing the distance for Walmer Martinez. It's to his liking. And at the sound of the whistle, a glorious chance here for Naples. Pushing and tugging inside the 18. This one with outswing, backside. And sent back. That yellow card was confirmed on Mubumu Alassane. That yellow card sponsored by Paris Law Firm. Naples has been aggressive here in the first 23 minutes. Second in the league in first half goals with 13. And their sweet spot nearly approaching. They've netted 6 scores in the final 15 minutes of the first half. So known territory if they can continue to build on these scoring chances. For AV Alta, just one of the best offensive teams all around. Top of the league in possession, goals scored, top 2 in conversion rate, at a clip of 21%. Constantly finding ways to wreak havoc on a defense, but finish the chances. That's the important part. It's one of the harder things to do. Right? You can have a game plan. You can have solid builds, but if you can't execute the play, those scoring numbers won't hold up. And Blancas goes down. First booking to Naples this evening. And Blancas appears to be okay.
FC Naples player number 25,
Jake Dangler shown the yellow card. And just stepping in there. A reckless challenge on Blancas. One apiece for each club as we near the half-hour mark. And that yellow card brought to you by Paris Law Firm. Well, Matt Poland's side has done a good job of limiting the transition versus transition game. He feels that could be a tough area to draw 3 points against Naples if that's how the game's made, but they're taking advantage of opportunities, solving problems together. But right now, they have yet another challenge to solve. This one's lofted off the crossbar. Unsure of whether that was deflected by Delgado. The flag going up on the far side, but AV Alta nearly making this a 1-0 game. And it's Walmer Martinez. Yeah, and that one cleared Delgado a matter of inches away from scoring in his 4th consecutive match. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Turnover in transition comes Naples. Nearly taken away. And Ramos' feed given right back. Heckenberg fighting through the jersey tugging. Running away from a trio of AV Alta defenders. Calming the pace with Breck Evans. A double trouble situation there. And Martinez and Cisneros. We're fighting there. Cisneros livid yet again. Dion Cox letting them play through that bit of action. And he's headed to the pocket again, and a second booking. Harrison Robledo doesn't like it. But that's the official ruling. And that yellow card, sponsored by Paris Law Firm. Yeah, Martinez and Cisneros. Yeah, Cisneros just wrapping his arm around Martinez, wanting a foul call, but Martinez able to keep his arms in the air. And Robledo again called for the yellow, sponsored by Paris Law Firm. AV Alta also one of the best passing teams in the league. Not just for total amount, but the accuracy. And that's part of the identity Brian Claben has wanted to establish with this first-year club. He's clinical in everything he does, that the club does. As Dion Cox forced to keep tempers at bay. But AV Alta, one thing they've done this year is they've possessed the ball at a premium rate. They've had an attack with flair and passed with a purpose. Doing so here, Villalobos. Far side to Ortiz. Here's Robledo, feed inside, and popped away by Cerro. Robledo pushed from behind. Andreas Farine at the forefront of that contact. Naples searching for back-to-back wins for the first time since April. And one here on the road in Lancaster. Could be the biggest of the season. Almesh. Give and go with Robledo. A heavy touch. Inside off of Dangler. And out for a corner kick.
Toyota of Lancaster, AV Alta corner kick.
Walmer Martinez set to stand over this Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Someone who's played left back at times this year and as a winger tonight. Very versatile. It's kind of the profile of Brian Claben players. Off it in, off the head of Mastrantonio. Finds Alisson off of Mastrantonio. And the flag raised on the far side of the pitch. It'll go back the way of the visitors. Mastrantonio with a couple of touches, one of them unfortunate. And you can see, yep, on the far side, offside called by the assistant referee. In transition, and Ramos taken down, no foul call. Blancas keeping it alive, dancing, and a shot! Jimmy Villalobos is back on the score sheet, and AV Alta lead the match. Jimmy Villalobos igniting this crowd, and it all starts with Eduardo Blancas finding Villalobos around 3 defenders, plotting that one past Lalo Delgado. And the midfielder, who was such an offensive threat at the start of the year, had his midseason struggles and nets a pivotal score just beyond the half-hour mark. And that goal brought to you by Snow Orthodontics. Jimmy Villalobos in the 32nd minute. Alisson slipping. And already Naples with a quick response. That one floated into the crowd. Both sides on their toes. Ready to react at a moment's notice. And Carson Henderlong atop the formation. Setting the tone. Followed by Blancas. Over to Martinez. Ortiz to Blancas. Content with wasting a few seconds. That is now the 7th goal that AV Alta have scored in the final 15 minutes of the first half. Player down here for Naples, and another booking by the head official. And it's understood. A little bit of ruckus play here inside the first 45 minutes. And you have to do whatever's necessary to contain the tempers, because we've still got a lot of time to play. You don't want things to get out of hand. That goal by Villalobos, the first since his brace against Chattanooga. This is how they almost scored early on. Dangler. It was that near exact play. It was a free kick by Cerro, header by Dangler. But this time it did not find the foot of Carson Henderlong or Breck Evans. We still don't know who had that scoring chance. Kalyan Pelivanov shown the yellow card, sponsored by Paris Law Firm. That's the 4th overall this evening. 3rd against AV Alta. Farine working quickly. The club's first ever goal scorer. Sent wide to Glasser. Excellent crosser without swing. Right into the midst of Carlos Aviles. Naples sitting back, inviting Alta to take their chance, and that could be a little dangerous. As no distance is too far for Brian Clavin's club in terms of taking a strike. Dangler initially takes the goal kick. Delgado, that one might have been deflected. It would stay with Naples. Henderlong going quickly. Own into the far side. Inaccurate ball ahead of Andres Farine. Ortiz defended, grabbed from behind. Pelivanov. Ball a little too long for his front line. And finds Delgado. You mentioned how Max Glasser getting the start tonight. It's so important to have him back in the starting lineup. And when talking with Matt Poland, you know, you don't want to draw comparisons when a player's out that automatically associates itself with a record or a result. But for those 4 league matches that Naples lost in a row, Matt Glasser was not playing. But Matt Poland did mention this. Glasser is a guy, when he's on the pitch, covers ground, does so at a high speed. And that continuity, as that ball's deflected, kept in, dancing and firing. That one wide, way over the head of Aviles. And Jaden Onan, tremendous position, seemed to be falling while taking that shot attempt, just like Carson Henderlong did last week. Henderlong finishing that goal while falling. But The bottom line for Naples, to have Glasser and Cisneros starting again, that continuity is something that takes time to build. Matt Poland is no stranger to knowing that minutes on the back line together are super meaningful. Every minute together makes you that much more trusting of each other. It prepares you for the big moments. Glasser coming into this year hungry and motivated from the championship, looking for more minutes. Looking to expand his play and prove something to himself. Here tonight having an excellent 2025 season. And Carson Henderlong with Jaden Onan providing some looming pressure. Torres and Farine hounding Ortiz and broken free. With the absence of Glasser last week, you had Chris Heckenberg in at that right back spot. Mark Torres getting the start with Kevin O'Connor. It's a versatile lineup. As Alta are threatening. That one poked free. Alassane could have a go. He does, and it's blocked. And Julian Cisneros right there. But Alassane keeps it in favor of the hosts. Floated inside, header target Martinez. It doesn't find him, but it's settled down by Almesh. Heavy collision right at the edge of the area. And we play on. Naples charging. It's Farine. Opting to slow the pace. Cisneros. Farine. And Alassane with a nice slide. Forcing the turnover. Can they capitalize? Cisneros refusing to give up on the play. It's headed by Cerro. And Pride free. Almesh. On the run. Robledo. Little misconnection there with Walmer Martinez. It'll go the way of the visitors. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select the player's choice. Now Ramos trying to keep Cerro at bay. Sloppy touch by Almesh. Torres trying to punish AV Alta. Here is Torres. Outswinging ball, backside. And Aviles prevents Onan from the header. Corralling that ball to the roar of the crowd. Aviles with 4 shutouts on the year. A save percentage of 74. And in 11 starts, now 12. Has been one of the better keepers in League One this year. 3rd most saves in USL 1. And a foul on the far side, drawn by Julian Cisneros. And Mark Torres getting the start tonight for Naples. Mentioned earlier, Started in that pivot role with Kevin O'Connor last week. Matt Poland has taken notice that Tereas has really grown throughout this year in his first year as a professional. But that biggest challenge is going from college to the pro level. Tereas, an alumnus of the University of Loyola Chicago. Tereas been very dynamic, he's coachable, and has been deliberate in his runs. And our fourth official has indicated 4 minutes of stoppage time here to close out the first half. We'll see what Tereas and the rest of FC Naples can do to try and even up this match. AV Alta, it's been a constant ascent up through the league table. With the Jägermeister Cup next week, it'll be a few weeks until they get their chance at the top spot. But again, 3 points tonight will have them 1 point under Spokane in second place, with an opportunity in the next league match week to take control of the standings. And Naples has looked good tonight. Jimmy Villalobos with just an incredible strike. Nothing they could do about that. But that goal aside, their efforts have been phenomenal. Brian Clavin, not pleased with the defensive effort there, giving Andreas Farine the space to let it fly from outside the box. Each side with just one shot on target. No surprise here, AV Alta controlling the ball at a rate of 58%. You have AV Alta, a team that likes to play vertical. Get down the pitch as quickly as possible, whereas Naples, already 14 crosses on the evening, higher than their season average. They're trying to stretch this AV Alta defense out because they know it's so tough to break down Clavin's defense between the lines. And their best chance is spreading this defense thin. Blanca's far side had Amish inside the 18. They look to tally up one more here before the conclusion of stoppage time. It was 4 minutes initially, so a minute and some change until the approximate first half whistle. Aviles with the heave. Deflected shot off of a Naples defender. Is out for a Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. And with the 6-6-1 right in their ears, AV Alta look to please the crowd here right before the conclusion of the first half. Walmer Martinez taking his set piece duties. The wind will be to the back of AV Alta. Skied to the back post. Headed away by Dangler, out past the byline. But there is the first half whistle. AV Alta players, and Harrison Robledo specifically, wanted one more chance, as it would have been another corner kick for AV Alta. But Brian Clavin's squad will head to the locker room up 1-0. Jimmy Villalobos the lone goal scorer, recording a goal for the first time since mid-April when he had that brace against Chattanooga Red Wolves SC. Carlos Aviles, he's been nothing short of spectacular, embracing Denzel Smith. Those two have been an incredible tandem this year for AV Alta. Well, this match has been nothing short of chippy, and that's what you get with two newcomer clubs that have philosophies of leaving it all out on the pitch. AV Alta FC leads FC Naples 1-0 at the break. Stay with us, as we've got more around the league for halftime.
Life is about making connections, and AVTA is your way to connect with the rest of the Antelope Valley. AVTA connects you to your friends, your family, local services and businesses, healthcare, even where you work. At AVTA, we make your connections possible. Get on board today. AVTA empowers mobility, getting people where they need to be safely, timely, and cost-effectively.
My school schedule was packed. I had no time to practice.
I wanted to chase my dreams without sacrificing my education.
Then I found Learn for Life.
Flexibility means I don't have to choose between practice and school.
I get to chase my dreams and learn at my own pace.
I can learn my way.
I can learn my way.
Learn for Life High Schools, completely free. Enroll anytime.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Back out at Lancaster Municipal Stadium, the site for this match, AV Alta FC currently lead FC Naples in round number 2 of this matchup in the 2025 campaign, 1-0. Let's take a look at Team of the Week from USL League One for match week 19. So Coach of the Week, FC Naples is Matt Poland, led the team to their first victory since May. Carson Henderlong on the sheet as well with a goal and an assist versus Westchester. And Derek Gebhardt, Madison's all-time appearance leader, scoring the game winner versus Greenville Triumph. And the player of the week, Danny the Bull Fernandez, with the game winner against Tormenta. And our coach of the month, congrats to AV Alta FC's Brian Klaben on the honor. In his first year as a professional head coach, he led AV Alta to an unbeaten June with a record of 2-0-2 across all competitions. And Brian Klaben stating this award is a reflection of our team. This is a coach that loves the community and recognizes how important it is to have a good fan base to help start a club in year one. Now let's have a look at goal and save of the week across League One, along with the player of the month for June.
Linking with Henderlong, down in the area, finishes anyway! Carson Henderlong with a brilliant bit of technique, and Naples is in front!
They make another impact. Brown stepping over, he's got space. Nico Brown, saved away by Gunther Rankenberg.
First touch so telling for AV Alta. So many talented players. Desdune, one of them, picks out a teammate and slotted home brilliantly by Blancas. Blancas will go for the hat trick. Oh, he's got it! Oh my! Unreal!
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Who wants that smoke? You want that smoke? Look, I ain't playing, I'm saying this ain't a joke. There ain't no bluffing, I'm calling you out for show. It's either all in or nothing, I go for broke. Who wants that smoke?
Hey, Daddy! Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Service on the corner, and it's 1-0 City.
Sadie scores! Leveling for Westchester.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students. Dreamers.
Career builders.
Transfer students. Working parents.
Veterans.
Student athletes.
First-generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
1-0 your score at halftime. AV Alta FC leads FC Naples. The hosts looking to climb the league table and put themselves in position to jump into first in the next match week. Let's take a look at news and notes from around the league. First off and foremost, Boise and Fort Wayne, the foundations are being laid for both clubs. Sporting directors have been appointed, so exciting news there. Over to Corpus Christi, well, the Sharks are swarming. And when the USL 2 club joins League One next year, the branding will remain the same. For Portland Hearts of Pine, they have ended Texoma's rise up the table. Bobby Murphy leading his side to their first road victory. Scores from around the league throughout the weekend. Well, Tormenta with a huge 3 points on the road versus Omaha. Portland Hearts of Pine with a 1-1 draw, and that is enough to boost them above the playoff line. Westchester and One Knox with an identical score. But how about those Chattanooga Red Wolves? A 3-0 shutout of the Table Toppers in Spokane Velocity. By the end of the match week, they will at least be in the top 3 pending the result here tonight. And then Greenville will host the Richmond Kickers tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And a look at the standings. These are live currently, so if AV Alta holds on for a victory, again, just 1 point under Spokane. Chattanooga, well, they do not look like the Chattanooga Red Wolves from a year ago. They're just 2 points out of first right now, so close quarters if you include Charlotte there. And then you kind of have that own conversation with seeds 5 through 8, Knox, Naples, Texoma, and Portland, all within one result of each other. Richmond and Greenville, can climb above that playoff line in a matter of weeks, but they're going to have to build some results, and it's still been a tough start for Union Omaha and Ford Madison, two clubs who were in the Final Four a year ago. The Experience, presented by El Jimador Spiked Bebidas, is a video docu-series that shows the history, passion, and community of USL clubs and their supporter groups. The latest episode showcases Rhode Island FC and their support group Defiance 1636 and is available on youtube.com/USL on July 17th.
We want to be the loudest people around. We want you to hear where we are at.
No one thought we would do what we did against Louisville. We were hot, we were clicking, we were scoring goals.
Even after the whistle blew and they were champions, forget about it. Raise your scarves, we kept playing.
I don't think I've heard a louder scream from a group of people than we did that night.
That's the important thing about this group. They never stop loving their team.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
At Edwards Federal Credit Union, we're proud to be the only financial institution born and raised right here in the Antelope Valley. That means we know what our community needs because we are the community. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for your future, we've got you covered with the products and services tailored to your needs. From everyday banking to life's biggest milestones, we're here for you every step of the way. Edwards Federal Credit Union, everything you need right here at home.
When it comes to health and harmony, connections matter. At Southwest Healthcare, our growing network links Southern California communities with services that meet their needs. Our 5 acute care facilities, affiliated urgent care centers, outpatient surgery facilities, and primary and specialty physician offices are here for you. From the high desert of Palmdale to Temecula's foothills, let us help you achieve health in harmony. Visit southwesthealthcare.com to learn more.
We are just moments away from the final 45 minutes of play between AV Alta FC and FC Naples. It's a 1-0 lead for the hosts at the break. We've got plenty of highlights and stats for you before we get out to the field for kickoff. But first, let's take a look at the first half highlights. So things were chippy, no doubt, but here's a chance here early on for AV Alta. Eduardo Blancas cutting inside and just missing Malo Delgado, excuse me. Then in the 14th minute, FC Naples with some noise. Ian Serra with a free kick finds the tall Jake Dangler. That one settled down. And very tough to tell if Breck Evans or Carson Henderlong got their foot on that ball, but nonetheless, a fantastic save by Carlos Aviles. And then a set piece by Walmer Martinez, ricocheting off the crossbar, but just beyond the half-hour mark. This is where AV Alta would get their chance. And patient, finding Eduardo Blancas. Eventually, Jimmy Villalobos striking the back of the net for the first time since mid-April. Villalobos, who was on a tear at the start of the season, finally back on the score sheet. That would give AV Alta a 1-0 lead. And just a matter of minutes later, it was Naples starting to make a comeback. Andreas Farine dancing around inside. And a blocked shot, and then it was Jay Nonan finding the ball in traffic, but unable to put it home. So 1-0, AV Alta lead. Shots similar, both teams even with one shot on target apiece. But AV Alta doing what they do best, controlling the ball at a prolific rate of 62%. Corners just about even. Maybe Alta have been caught offside just a couple of times, and 4 bookings through the first 45 minutes of play. Both teams gathering for their halftime huddles. Naples in their white uniforms with navy blue letters and numbers. Ball placed at the center circle. Naples will be going right to left. Navy Alta in their Joshua Green kits. And Desert Sand letters and numbers going left to right. They'll start with the ball. And they'll start with a 1-0 lead here in the back end of this match. Alta looking to secure 3 points. Lofting it out of play and immediately going on the press. Lancaster Municipal Stadium, the site for this match. And again, I'm Josh Lill. It's been a pleasure to bring this match to you this evening. This one a little more closely contested than the previous one. But it should be important to note, things got interesting around the hour mark. That is where AV Alta pulled away last time. That's where the Eduardo Blancas show began, as he would go on to record a hat trick in 27 minutes. It was Naples who evened it up in the 47th minute last time. Be quite interesting to have a repeat of that, but here is Villalobos. Walmer Martinez. And sent back. When we talk about what's on the line for AV Alta, that push up the standings, taking control of the season series. But for FC Naples, it's just about seeing consecutive wins put together. Haven't done so since April. And when you can start to stack those wins, that's where you can begin your climb up the league table. You gain the confidence. You play with a little more composure. As Pelivanov pushed down from behind by Jaden Onan. Early foul call for our head official, Dion Cox. Oh, Delgado has not recorded a save yet tonight. 10th all-time in League One history in saves, as there's a give and go. Robledo trying to beat Torreas there. Excellent defending there from the midfielder. Pelivanov fighting through Carson Henderlong. Green with a bit of a push from behind on Walmer Martinez. Ramos along that touchline. And that's Almesh, excuse me. And that ball off of Ramos. Naples will take it in transition. Here's Farine from behind, battling with Ortiz. Stellar defending there from the right back. But Alta's not out of it yet. Heckenberg. To Torreas. Cerro trying to lead Glasser. Does so. Inside. Header by Torreas. And a near deja vu moment from the last time these two teams met. Aviles with the save. Beautiful ball played into the corner. And Torreas using his height advantage per se. And Christian Ortiz puts himself in position, but unable to execute the chance. Villalobos double team. High press here from Naples. Again, inviting as Pelivanov taken down from behind. And a yellow card shown to Carson Henderlong. That yellow card brought to you by Paris Law Firm. And the star forward with no objection to that booking. Pelivanov taking the worst of it. It looked like Henderlong might have tripped on the backside of Pelivanov or his own feet. And the center back for EV Alta going down. Brian Klaben knows the challenge ahead of him here through the next 40-ish minutes or so. He's the Bulgarian national. A little slow to get to his feet.
Alta FC
it appears to be okay.
Regional Medical Center for providing world-class medical care and facilities to our players and staff.
Chance of the 6-6-1 going to the other end of Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Alisson drawing the foul. Good sportsmanship between him and Jaden Onan. And Onan, a player that can test defenses so much with his movement vertically, his vertical movement. He's so quick to cut between the lines. However, AV Alta make that so tough for their opponents. Cutting inside, beautiful ball. Villalobos had a chance, and it's knocked away by Jake Dangler. The leader of this team forcing a Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Having to step in. If he doesn't meet Villalobos to that ball, the midfielder might have a brace. On the corner kick, we'll have another scoring opportunity. Within swing, off of Walmer Martinez. Misses Alisson. Shot there by Robledo, blocked away. Recovered by Ortiz. And back out to Ramos. Robledo. Both teams have their eyes set on doing something no club has ever done in USL League One. Out of all the inaugural clubs, the expansion teams, nobody ever winning a title in year one. The closest? Well, you don't have to look too far into your calendar. You just have to go back to last November. Spokane Velocity, the first expansion team to even win a playoff game in their first year of existence, going as far as the final, falling on the road to Union Omaha, a much different Union Omaha club. And I had a chance to talk with both coaches, and Matt Poland and Brian Klaben, at the start of the year about the kind of example that Spokane sets doing that. One thing they had in common was they praised Spokane, saying it's great, but they're focused on themselves. 2025 bringing new challenges than 2024. And while yes, it would be great to make a title in year one, and even more to win the title in your first year. The important thing is just focusing on match week to match week. And here in this Toyota of Lancaster corner kick, AV Alta can recover their match week after falling on Wednesday. 2-1 Knoxville. A week-by-week mentality is what has carried both of these clubs to such success as we've now hit the middle of July. Going short. Give and go. Wafted over the heads of the AV Alta attackers and out for a goal kick. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Bouncing ball. Henderlong there, he'll have a go. The league's joint leading goal scorer, nearly creating something from nothing. That's something Brian Claben told his guys in terms of the defensive side of things. You have to mark Henderlong. And he put a lot of responsibility on his center backs because he knows Henderlong, well, he's always pressure. You could see on the side of Kalyan Pelivanov, always looming. Could force the transition at any moment. The littlest touch, that's exactly what you saw in that pass sequence. Well, Naples have had plenty of set-piece opportunities. Won a couple corner kicks tonight. Seen a few great chances from distance on the free kick. And that's been the focus for Brian Claben's defense. He's being a little tighter defending set pieces, specifically putting a body on Jake Dangler. And while Dangler has gotten his head on the ball through several set piece chances, none have proven to be fatal. Still a long way to go. Ball staying with AV Alta. Excellent job by head official Dion Cox. Had to hand out 4 bookings in the first half. And just 1 so far here, about 8 minutes ago. We can't emphasize it enough, the picturesque evening these players are performing under this evening. 80 degrees, clear skies, ball in, flick from behind, nearly found Villalobos. And in transition come Naples. Heckenberg pushing the pace. Alassane taken down, Onan right there. Alassane with the foul. Already has a yellow card to his name tonight. Coming off of a yellow card suspension, having to miss the Knoxville match. Inside Cerro. Working out wide to Farine. Andres Farine along the byline. Nearly testing Aviles. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Villalobos, jersey tugged from behind. And a no-brainer of a booking here from our head official. And Breck Evans shown the yellow card, which is brought to you by Paris Law Firm. And a substitution set to come on for AV Alta. Not quite yet. A couple more actually. Emmanuel Alaribe will take the pitch here momentarily, as well as Osvaldo Ley. And now those substitutions taking place, sponsored by Waste Management. Osvaldo Ley with 2 goals and 2 assists across all competitions this year. A 2-time Team of the Weeker. And a 5th-year professional. Set to come on to the pitch. Walmer Martinez out, Emmanuel Alaribe in. Alaribe, another option for Brian Claben at that center forward spot. Blancas getting it tonight. With Alaribe set to check in. Matt Poland just beyond the hour mark. Imploring that confidence in his players. Julian Cisneros wearing number 3. Has played with that confidence here this evening. Walmer Martinez. We'll see that scoring streak come to an end. Recording goals in 3 consecutive league matches. Bubu Alasam with a yellow card tonight. Not afraid to stir things up. He'll see his match day come to an end. So Osvaldo Ley and Emmanuel Alaribe in on these Waste Management substitutions. Nice header by Henderlong, shaken up there. Off his head in the wrong spot. Running and appearing to be okay. Master Antonio given away in that central column. Here's Cisneros trying to cut through that aggressive Alta defense. Unsuccessful. Nice play inside. Here's Henderlong. Looking to cross, knocked away, out past the byline. And Pelivanov down again. And you hope he's okay. He looked awkward. And just a tough sight as Jerry Desdune going down inside the first 5 minutes.
Toyota of Lancaster corner kick.
Good to see Pelivanov up on his feet walking. 6-6-1. Doing their best to distract Naples here. And the visitors going a tad too quickly. Ball on the ground. And out. It looked like it might stay in along the byline. But Ian Serra getting a second chance opportunity. Here's Cisneros working inside. He'll have a go. Avila's stellar this evening. He's made a couple of saves. And the former Central Valley man, a staple of the defensive success that Alta has had this year. Substitution here for Naples.
Waste management substitution coming out of the game for FC Naples, number 30, Ian Serra.
Ian Serra coming out.
Number 22, Luca Perpa.
It'll be Luca Perpa, the 26-year-old Milwaukee native in for Naples. The starter at the beginning of the year. Coming on here late in the second half. Here's Onan. Looked like Perpa was there on that touch inside the box.
Lancaster corner kick.
And out for yet another corner kick. Naples starting to stack the set pieces, which are so crucial. See what Alta brings defensively on each set piece and try to use each opportunity as another chance to figure out what they're going to do. Here's Onan for his right moment. Head official Deion Cox making sure everything is in order inside the box. Perpa keeps it alive. Deflection. And here's Perpa and a save made by Aviles. Tremendous effort.
Toyota of Lancaster corner kick.
And it looked like Naples was going quickly. And they did go quickly. Aviles smothering that opportunity. And since Luca Perpa has checked into this match, he's given this Naples attack new life. For Valeribe. Cisneros is a little fed up with all of the contact. Matt Boland's frustrated. The Naples coaching staff with a palms up reaction. And this has been the story of the match this evening. Throwing here for Alta. There's been a lot of contact from both sides. Here's Alaribe getting by Cisneros. Alaribe on the byline, and it's protected by Delgado. Give it away, Robledo. Almesh. Here's Blancas. Glasser and Perpa in the corner. And Blancas somehow finding his teammate Steven Ramos. Mastrantonio, the former Omaha man, finds Pelivanov. Beautiful ball up ahead. Glasser defending. Alta wanting a foul call. But it takes a deflection and out for a Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. And with Walmer Martinez out, for now it'll be the duty of Eduardo Blancas. Within swing on the backside, way over the head of Lay. Here's Robledo. Dancing around, out to Lay. Prolific defending by Evans. But it finds Alta yet again. Robledo, nowhere to go. And staying with the home side. Naples so tough to break down in 1v1 play. That's why you position guys at those outside spots like Julian Cisneros and Max Glasser. And the ability of Chris Heckenberg to cover the ground that he does with Mark Torreas. It really is incredible. Somehow that ball finds Villalobos. Sliding challenge by Dangler. Forcing the ball the other way. Great crowd on hand at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. What an environment it would be if they were to host a playoff game. Here's Master Antonio getting a chance to run. Way back, Pelivanov. Torreas stepping a little higher to the ball, giving Carson Henderlong that time to recover. Uribe charging the ball. And the assistant referee is going to say that it hit Uribe. A little too down on his arm. Unfortunate deflection for the Alta fans. Naples fans right now at the edge of their seats. We're just beyond the 70th minute mark. Going quickly. Ramos refusing to let Andres Farin see that ball. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Whistle from Dion Cox. Aviles with the heave. And a yellow card shown to Carlos Aviles for time wasting. That yellow card brought to you by Paris Law Firm. Robledo nearly cutting inside on Heckenberg. It would have been fun transition, and it looked like Adam Almesh just dove to the ground. Takes a little shove from Dangler, but Almesh was standing still and just fell to the turf. Not receiving any sympathy from the head official. AV Alta with such a calming presence on the ball, what they're able to do in tight quarters. Every pass has a purpose. They've been sharing the ball with premium accuracy this year. They do such a good job of just controlling the tempo. At one point, they'll get from point A to B in the blink of an eye. Other times, able to have a solid build as Christian Ortiz is tugged down from behind. Brian Clavin begging for a yellow card. Alta going quickly. And there's Carson Henderlong. Not too much space to work. Steven Ramos defending. Here's Farine. Given right back. And a push, uncalled for in the corner by Andreas Farine. Emotions getting the best there of the forward. Appears to be okay. And the shove from behind. Not enough for a booking. The crowd in disapproval. And it'll be a free kick off the foul pole for Pelivanov. Pelivanov's heave off of Cisneros. Gets a second touch. Just one shot on target this match for AV Alta was the goal. 3 total for Naples. They're creating the chances, but have been unable to find the back of the net. It's been a struggle, but the refusal to give in by Matt Poland's side has kept them in the match all the way up to this point, as we're under 15 minutes until stoppage time.
Waste management substitutions for AV Alta FC.
Ashkanov Apollon, the Boston, Massachusetts native, former Central Valley man, along with Carlos Avila, set to come in on this waste management substitution, and Eric Sea will take the pitch here inside the final 15 minutes for AV Alta. Jimmy Villalobos right now having the game-winning goal. It would be number 4 in league play on the year for Villalobos. Hard-fought match on both sides right now. AV Alta controlling a little more of the pace here in the second half. They've had the better chances, but those possession rates still down for the visitors. And Ortiz a little shaken up in the corner, but puts Naples in a tough spot, starting spot. Perpa controls. And clean dispossession there by Emmanuel Alaribe. Cisneros frustrated. Alta hunting that game-clinching goal. Naples defensively in a 4-4-2 right now. And Ian Garrett, the Kalamazoo, Michigan native, checking in for the final stretch. This substitution brought to you by Waste Management. Garrett just his 9th appearance in league play this year. Andres Farine making way for Garrett.
FC Naples out of the game, number 23, Andres Farine.
Heckenberg to Perpa. All inside, kept in. Stay out with the header. Almesh. Push down there. And the focus for Naples heading into this match was control the controllables. Kind of the theme this year was not just looking at the results and drawing a conclusion. There's a lot of things that go to a long season: suspensions, injuries, travel. Especially this year, League One teams are playing USL Championship teams even more. Well, the result right now might not go the way of Naples. They've still put in a tremendous effort, challenging one of the league's best in one of the toughest environments to play in. But there's still time, as Harrison Robledo down in the center circle. Carson Henderlong, at the bottom of your screen, is going to be so key to guiding Naples to a result and a possible victory. Alaribe in the corner. Cisneros has that stripped away. Alaribe. That's out to Lay. Ramos. Finds him once again. Full press here by Naples. Pollen up ahead. Fighting through in the box. Save made by Delgado. And the veteran keeper keeping his team in this game. And it's Almesh with a wicked opportunity. And on this Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. And it's Almesh again. Within swing, batted away by Delgado. Excellent effort by Naples. And Ian Garrett specifically to force it back. Leda Ortiz due for a tight finish here. AV Alta leading Naples 1-0. A win for AV Alta. They'll be 1 point under first place in the league table. Naples trying to put just a result together at this point. Garrett calling for numbers forward. His heave into the box, finds nobody. And it'll stay with Carlos Aviles. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Even to the end. AV Alta still pressing. Delgado forced to get rid of that one really quickly. Antonio shielding Garrett. Up next for both clubs. For Naples, they'll go on the road to face the Greenville Triumph in round 4 of the Jägermeister Cup. Substitution here for Naples. Rodolfo Sulia. He's set to come in for this waste management substitution. Max Glasser shown the yellow card, sponsored by Paris Law Firm. Here's Garrett, threatening, backside header. There's Sulia. Called on for attacking prowess here late. Energy filling the stands. Fans at the edge of their seats. This will be a huge victory for AV Alta. And up next, they'll host USL Championship Club in the Jägermeister Cup, Monterey Bay FC next week. Same kickoff time as this evening. Garrett over the head of Sulia and out of play. It has to be tough coming in for both of these clubs. Naples making the trip all the way from the west coast of Florida. And AV Alta, their hectic travel schedule from Knoxville. Both clubs having to deal with that time difference. And what is a brutal travel schedule. You knew this one would be a gritty matchup, not just because of that, but the way both these clubs are coached, fighting till the end. It's two sides that refuse to give in. There's a reason they've had, this one's inside, nearly finds Henderlong. AV Alta can escape that attack unscathed. But if you're Naples, you don't go on that 9-game stretch at the start of the season unbeaten if you're not well coached and you don't lay it out on the line every single night. You don't have a guy like Carson Henderlong there, nearly recording his 8th goal on the year. Punish teams the way he does if you don't build the right team not just surround him, but make everybody truly better. For Alta, well, it's a team that refuses to give in until the end. Even pressing here late. As that ball lofted over the crossbar. Now, Dion Cox saying it took a deflection.
Toyota Lancaster corner kick.
So a late set piece chance here for Naples, just seconds before stoppage time. Within swing. On the ground, stepping Cisneros! Unbelievable! The refusal to give up. The constant competition and the grit of this Naples team all set up this Julian Cisneros goal, and Cisneros has taken so much contact tonight. It's been frustrating at times. And launches a beauty. AV Alta fans shaken. That goal is brought to you by Snow Orthodontics. But we were literally just talking about the grit that Naples plays with until the end. Their goal-scoring capabilities and their constant fight. And now there's 5 minutes of stoppage time. That is the second professional goal for Julian Cisneros. First in league play. And every throw is so pivotal at this point. And a Naples assistant going as far to grab the ball from the reins of Harrison Robledo. And a no-doubter booking there against the Naples assistant.
Paris Law Firm yellow card has been issued.
That yellow card
to FC Naples assistant coach.
Brought to you by Paris Law Firm. For those watching at home, if you're on a coaching staff, you can't just go take the ball from the other team's player. So here's Naples and the goal scorer, Cisneros. He'll have another go. No momentum, completely shifting the way of the visitors. Settle down, Torreas. Nearly given away, Torreas floating it from no man's land. And Aviles, who was working with such patience just minutes ago, now with a sense of urgency over his shoulders. Robledo knifing through the defense. Given back by Apollon. And Carson Henderlong falling to his feet. The fatigue kicking in right now for both sides. Ortiz battling with Garrett. And Ian Garrett defensively so strong on that near touchline. Here comes Alta, Ramos. Almesh, hounded by Glasser. Lay switching the pitch. Robledo. Maybe Alta looking for that give and go action. Ortiz cutting inside. The crowd might have wanted him to take his chance. Won't have it. Almesh inside. Almesh, a floater. Over the head and out past the byline. Goal kick here for Lalo Delgado. And you wonder right now for Naples if they're content with going home with a hard-fought result in a draw. We'll see here. How much longer until that final whistle. Dangler with the send. And there is the final whistle. Naples snatching victory from the hands of AV Alta, escaping with a result 1-1 your final, and Julian Cisneros with the stoppage time stunner to send Naples home with 1 point. Kaleon Pelivanov, one of many players right now shocked for AV Alta. And Julian Cisneros talking with head coach Brian Klaben about the match. Coach Klaben so personable with everybody in the league. Such a great coach to talk to, and talking it over with the goal scorer. Final score, 1-1 between Alta and Naples. Stay tuned because we've got full-time highlights and stats up for you next.
Life is about making connections, and AVTA is your way to connect with the rest of the Antelope Valley. AVTA connects you to your friends, your family, local services and businesses, healthcare, even where you work. At AVTA, we make your connections possible. Get on board today. AVTA empowers mobility, getting people where they need to be safely, timely, and cost-effectively.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students.
Dreamers. Career builders.
Transfer students.
Working parents.
Veterans.
Student athletes.
First-generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
Your final from Lancaster Municipal Stadium. AV Alta FC draw level with FC Naples 1-1 apiece. Julian Cisneros and Jimmy Villalobos, the goal scorers. This match told many tales. So let's get to those full-time highlights. So this match did not disappoint in the nightcap of the League One matches this evening. Here's the first score for AV Alta. Adam Almesh fighting Eduardo Blancas and Jimmy Villalobos netting one for the first time since mid-April. That would give AV Alta a 1-0 lead at the 32nd minute mark. And just beyond the hour mark would be Naples with a good chance to header back. And it would eventually he deflected around, bouncing, and Luca Perpa forcing Carlos Aviles to dive to keep this match even. Then, just around the 70-minute mark, Emmanuel Alaribe along the byline, testing Lalo Delgado. Julian Cisneros with excellent defense there, but in stoppage time, off of a corner kick, it was FC Naples' Julian Cisneros with a top-shelf booming strike to even the match up at 1 apiece, and that would secure the result for FC Naples. Cisneros with his second goal across all competitions this year. And full-time stats, looking at the shots, a total of 30, the visitors leading that category and doubling the amount of shots on target that Alta had. But the hosts controlling the ball at a rate of 65%. No surprise there, but it was Naples that controlled the momentum in the final stretch of play. That's how they secured that result. A total of 8 bookings this evening, and if you stuck with us for the full 90 minutes, that should be no shocker. Again, these are your final stats. Up next for Naples, they'll face Greenville. And for AV Alta, it'll be a Jägermeister showdown with Monterey Bay FC. Your final from Lancaster Municipal Stadium, AV Alta FC 1, FC Naples 1. A huge thank you to our entire crew for making this production possible. I'm Josh Lill. Thank you for tuning in and have a great night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.